dying. Well, this is the Black Pot, aka Kuku Shudum, where we speak truth to power. And here we don't criticize, but if we must criticize, we will not shy away from that. We would only just criticize to build and not to destroy. This is in the service of God and country. And from the newsreel, we want to keep it real. And today's broadcast is going to be extraordinary. Trust me. And you must see the emotions in the studio. All you need to do is to log onto Facebook. And remember to share this broadcast. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. And we are here to keep it real, right from the newsreel. Now remember, our Facebook page is 3FM 92.7. We are your urban lifestyle radio, and my name Blakk Rasta. Now the very first story I'm looking at today is coming from 3 News, the most authentic source of news online, and it says we need strong men to implement 1992 Constitution. And this is from somebody called Janet Nabla, and I read: the General Secretary of the People's National Convention, PNC, Janet Nabla, has said that Ghana has a good constitution but needs firm men and women in leadership to implement the contents. Now, contributing to a discussion on the 30th anniversary of parliamentary democracy in Ghana on TV3's Big Issue, Thursday, February 23, she said, we need strong men to implement our constitution and Ghana will be better. She further indicated that Ghana does not need regional ministers. We don't need regional ministers, she stressed. On the occasion of the 30th anniversary of parliamentary democracy, Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin has said that Ghana has had 8 successive elections and 4 government changeovers between the 2 major political parties. On account of that, he said that Ghana is now a consummate democratic dispensation. However, he said elections and successful government changeovers are not the only determinants of a working democracy. We must focus on strengthening our democratic institutions if we want to have a sustainable democracy. Honorable leaders of the House, honorable members of Parliament, the clerk to Parliament, and staff of the Parliamentary Service, distinguished guests, I wish to declare the 30th anniversary celebration of Ghana's parliamentary democracy duly launched. Mr. Bagbin said during the launch of the anniversary ceremony in Accra on Wednesday, February 22. Hear me now, brethren. Now we actually don't need strong men anymore. The days where we needed strong men are all gone. The days of Tohaje the Red Hunter, Ndeura Jakpa, or Saitu the First, or Kwamfu Anoche, those were the days we needed physical strength to be able to steer our affairs. Today we don't need strong men. What we need is simple: strong institutions. Listen, in a country where we have a very polarized political stage, where NDC naturally becomes an enemy to NPP, and vice versa, where people become very, very bitter with chagrin, and they are ready to slaughter and kill in cold blood, all because of political identities, my brother, my sister. We do not need strong men anymore. What we need is strong institutions. Now I'm going to explain that. Hear me now. The strong men will die and go away. What happens next? We have to get into the Commander Sugar Factory and also build the next batch of strong men. Or we have to go all the way to the jute factory and manufacture strong men to come and take over the economy and the country again. So every time we will need strength and we don't need common sense. My brother, my sister, common sense is at center stage right now. Listen, man. NDC comes in and does whatever it likes, and NPP comes in and does the same and goes away. It's like a musical chess game. It's a game of chess. It's my time to rule. It's my time to loot. The institutions are not strong enough. That is why, my brother, my sister, Ghanaians will still have to look at who is in power. Who do I know? It's all about who you know, and it's not about the institution anymore. I don't know how many people understand what I'm saying. But in these times, it's not about institutions anymore. It's all about strong men. And strong men cannot continue to handle this dispensation. The days when we needed strong men are all gone. Now we need common sense. And we need what is known as strong institutions. Now when the institution is strong, it doesn't matter who is in government. It's like a machine. It doesn't matter who drives it. The most important thing is that it moves on the wheels. As long as you know how to operate it, or you're taught how to operate it, it doesn't matter the color of your skin, it doesn't matter your creed or your religion, this machine would move. But if we continue to relegate strong institutions to the background, and we bring in strong men, we are going to be taxed every time to produce strong men. But once we have the strong institutions, that is all we need. The institutions can move and roll on their own, just like machines on a robotic move. Hear me now, brethren. America, England, Japan, China are all making it thick and talk, all because of strong institutions. Now, if you have strong institutions, you can walk to the BEFs and DEFs and get whatever document you want. You don't need to pay any Goro boy. Neither do you need to know who the boss is. Now, if the institutions were strong, your child would get automatic admittance into any school of their choice as long as they have a good grade, without knowing who the headmaster of the school is or who the Goro boy is. My brother, my sister, this is what we call strong institutions. Days when we needed strong men are all gone. As soon as we had independence, we did not need strong men anymore. We needed strong men to chase out the British. We needed strong men to chase out the colonial Portuguese. We needed strong men to chase out the dirty British. Now they are all gone. We need strong institutions. And once these institutions are in place, my brother, my sister, we don't need strong men anymore. It's like the soldier. You do not need a strong soldier to go to war. After all, we are not doing single combat with strength anymore. We are not doing wrestling anymore on the battlefield. What you need is a soldier with common sense who can operate a gun. A soldier with common sense who knows how to do guerrilla tactics. A soldier with common sense, it doesn't matter how diminutive he is in figure, as long as he has a brain and knows how to pull the trigger. Oh, that is what is done. It doesn't matter how huge the enemy is. It could be another Goliath or 10 times that Goliath. One bullet from a common sensed soldier is enough to bring him down. How many people understand? Listen, all these years we have counted on personalities. Our country is based on personalities and not institutions. Our country is based on personalities and not content. Now, when we go to elections, we are not looking at the content of the character of the people we vote in. We are looking at the personality in terms of how handsome their faces are, what they eat and what they drink, what church they attend, what they believe in terms of religion and spirituality. That is what we are looking for. We are not looking for the content of the character. My brother, my sister, if we continue going by this bizarre method of selecting leaders, then we would only be judging the book by the cover. We will only be judging the content of the bottle by the label. Hallelujah. Praise ye God. Today I have so many things to look at. That's why I keep telling you, share this broadcast. Everybody needs to hear it, my brethren. And hear me. And this one I'm reading from Peace FM Online, and it says, vetting of ministerial nominees. Calm down, your anger shows on your face. Minority leader told, and I read, government communicator Kofi Tonto has asked the minority leader, Dr. Kesiela Tuforsen, to loosen his demeanor during the vetting of the ministerial appointees at the Appointments Committee in Parliament. Now, the appointees, comprising Katie Hammond for Trade Ministry and Brianna Champon for Food and Agriculture Ministry, among others, have been subjected to scrutiny by the committee to assess the behavior and competence to either merit approval or not. Now, during the vetting of Brian Achampon, there appeared to be a confrontation between Mr. Atuforsin and the ministerial appointee, as Atuforsin asked the latter to prove if he can be trusted to deliver on his mandate. Mr. Brian Achampon, in reply, has claimed, Atu, you are my friend. Today, you don't trust me. Hey, Atu, you should be testifying. You should be testifying on my credibility.
This is 3FM.
Oh, yes. So speaking of Peace FM, so Kroko program Kofi Tonto advised the minority leader to stop venting his spleen during the vetting. He should calm down. The anger even shows on his face. It looks like he has issues with somebody. When you look at his visual posturing, body language, and so forth, I think he should relax and calm down. Hallelujah.
This is 3FM.
This is not time to calm down, sir. With all respect and honor, it is not time to play the buffoonery. It is not time to play jokes. It is not time to loosen down when several people are dying around the country. The Tamale Hospital has run out of oxygen. People are dying. My own mother died a few years back. In the so-called Tamale Private Hospital, my brother, my sister, the so-called best hospital in Tamale, all because there was no oxygen. Today, my brother, my sister, according to checks and investigations done by journalists from Ghana Web, at least 5 people have died in just 2 days because of the lack of oxygen in the Tamale Hospital. And I go and sit down at a vetting committee and I am laughing like a laughing jackal. I must be the next KT Hammond if I continue laughing in the midst of the storm. Oh my God, have mercy. I am shocked that some people are so comfortable in this country, they can afford to laugh like laughing jackals. Maybe some of them have swallowed some laughing gas. And for that matter, they can afford to laugh whilst our wives, our daughters, our children, our mothers and fathers are all going down the drain because of the carelessness of our leadership. How on earth can you be building a cathedral when common oxygen is not in hospitals in Tamale? And Tamale has become so notorious for gas shortage in the hospitals. And according to the investigation, the Tamale Hospital is depending on private individuals in the Tamale market to provide it with oxygen. And now the private entity has also run out of gas. So people are left to die in their droves. Can this be called the hospital? That's the hospital where I was born on the 2nd of September in 1974 at exactly 7:20 p.m. My brother, my sister, today as it stands, our hospitals are becoming empty because doctors are relocating to China. Today, our farmers are selling their land and they are taking money and they are going permanently into retirement. And they tell you, the land is my land, the cocoa be my cocoa. I sell them, nobody go fit touch me. Today, the land is turned into Galamsey land. Blighted lands all over the place. Does this call for a smile? My brother, my sister, when you have jokers in power, this is what you get. And for Atuforsin, I want to commend you for your serious posturing. Some people joked with our democracy in the past. They didn't care about the dying masses. All they cared about was the next time the ballot box will be brought before the people to vote. For them, the most important part of the human being, for them, is nothing but the thumbprint. My brother, my sister, another thing I would like to look at is very interesting here. And I need you to come along and share this interesting stuff with me. Oh gosh. I am reading this from Graphic Online, and that's the national communicator. And it says, Sefa Kain tackles Sonny Badu. I am full of demons if you claim pork is possessed. Kwame Sefa Kain is noted for immediately coming up to tackle anyone who speaks ill of pork. Kwame Sefakai is the host of the Kokroko morning show on Peace FM, and he has joined a number of people disputing recent claims by gospel musician and pastor Sonny Badu that the consumption of pork is not good since it is full of demons. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
This is 3FM.
My brother, my sister, I don't know about pork full of demons. I do not know that. The only time I saw pigs and demons were cast into them was in the days of Jesus Christ, and they all got drowned. I do not know about demons, but I do know that there are bigger demons in pork than the demons Sonny Badu is talking about. Why should anyone be happy about eating pork? Why should you eat pork at all? Why? This is an animal that has all the damnable diseases in it. It is an animal that is a homosexual. It is an animal, my brother, my sister, that has no respect. And this is your best meat. My brother, my sister, let's get deeper into this. Now listen. Pork has a certain kind of worm that does not die easily, not even at 100 degrees Celsius of heating. And it's called Taenia solium. Taenia solium. Taenia. Solium is solium. I remember this from my days of doing general science. My brother, my sister, pork has a certain formidable and robust worm that does not easily die. Now, pork, my brother, my sister, has one of the highest levels of cholesterol. Pork is not healthy. Why should you even kill the animal? Why must you kill the animal? The way you love your life is the same way the animal loves its life. Why do you want to kill the animal and eat it? Is this not barbarism? Why should any human being eat animals at all? Why should you eat it? Leave the animal, let it grow, let it live. You catch it and barbarically you slaughter it, visit it with so much violence. You cook it and you eat it. You are not ashamed to come out and clap and say, oh, pork is sweet, I really like it. Hey, watch your words. Be careful. 99.99% of all those getting heart attack and die in the hospitals are pork eaters. Be careful. Be very careful. I do not know about any demons, but I do know that if you love your life, you won't eat animals. This is very serious truth. By now, some people are insulting me. Muslims will be clapping in one corner. Some other people will stand back and say, or cassava hato. Continue eating your pork. When you are dying in the hospital, I would come and shake your hand and urge you to die quickly so we will forget about you and look at the next batch of pork eaters. Hallelujah. Eric Mawena Egbeta is in the house. Eric, how are you doing? You good?
Yes, I am.
Do you eat pork?
With the way you've lambasted pork